Yesterday in my World Juniors video for the Canucks, I talked about one NCAA defenseman who is statistically and arguably in general better than Quinn Hughes. And this player that we're talking about is not CALE MAKAR. It is somebody who has had the spotlight a little bit throughout the past few months, but in my opinion, not all too much. This is Carolina Hurricanes defenseman prospect, Adam Fox. A lot of you guys are probably thinking, hey, I've kind of heard that name before, I just can't really remember. Where exactly did I hear that name before? Adam Fox on Carolina. Yeah, you did hear that name before, because Adam Fox used to be a Calgary Flames prospect. He went over to Carolina in the Dougie Hamilton-Noah Hanifin trade. He was one of those pieces sent from Calgary to the Hurricanes, and now he is a Hurricanes prospect. He was initially drafted in the 3rd round of the 2016 NHL entry draft by the Flames, 66th overall. He was born in 1998. He's 20 years old, and he's in the NCAA. His numbers this year for a defenseman are absolutely mind-boggling. And considering that he is a junior, he is 20 years old, that is a little bit of a shot against him, but everything that he's been doing has just been so good. Before we actually talk about his stats, let's look at the PNHLe ranking for Adam Fox as well as a few other players. This was posted earlier today, and I was actually waiting for it to be posted. I always knew that I was gonna make a video talking about Adam Fox like this, but this graphic posted by Mason, NHL Rank King, really showcases some of the overall hype that I think people should be having about this player. This is the PNHLe ranking for prospects under an NHL club. If you don't remember, PNHLe is projected NHL equivalency. This is basically a ranking of players who are prospects and how good they're likely going to be in the NHL. According to the scale, 50 and up is a guaranteed NHLer, 60 and up is about like a solid player, 70 and up is looking into that elite-ish territory, 80 and up is really, really good. So, last year, Elias Pettersson had 109, I believe. I think that was his ceiling, and that was the highest one out of all the PNHLEs for NHL prospects. But this year, you can see that Quinn Hughes, who is the Vancouver Canucks defensive prospect that everybody was hyped for, is second with 91. He's tied with Eric Brandstrom, who's having a really good season with the Vegas Golden Knights farm team as well. But Adam Fox is up here with 117 points, which is absolutely incredible. And you might notice right off the bat, he plays for a team that has 3 prospects on this graphic in Harvard University. Adam Fox, Jack Rathbone, and Riley Walsh are each Harvard University prospects on this list. Let's take a look at just exactly what it is that Adam Fox is doing to propel him over CALE MAKAR, to propel him over Quinn Hughes. Adam Fox right now playing for Harvard is at 11 games played with 20 points as a defenseman. He's tied for 6th in the entire NCAA in points. He's tied with Chase Prisky of Quinnipiac and tied with Quinn Hughes. These are all defensemen who have 20 points this season. The only catch is, Adam Fox has 11 games played, whereas all the other guys are up there at 15 and 16 games. Adam Fox is up there at 1st in the NCAA in points per game as a defenseman. And it's actually quite crazy to note, because let's take a look at Adam Fox's game log over here. You can see, he had a point streak from the very beginning of the NCAA season that ended against Cornell University. He's played the last 2 Harvard games against Cornell and Bentley without a point, which means that his point streak from the beginning of the season was snapped on December 1st. So if we take a look at that, we remove these 2 games, Adam Fox was at 20 points in 9 games played before playing the game against Cornell on December 1st and against Bentley on December 4th, wherein he got 0 points. That means, starting things out, he had a 9-game point streak wherein he got 20 points. It all started with a 5-point night against Dartmouth. Then he got himself 2 points against Quinnipiac, 1 against Princeton, 2 against Yale, 2 against Brown, 2 against Arizona State, then 1 against Arizona State in the next game, 2 against Cornell, 3 against Colgate, and then 0 and 0 in Cornell and Bentley. Adam Fox is totally dominating the NCAA game right now as a Harvard junior defenseman. He's playing in the top 2 alongside a Vancouver Canucks prospect, Jack Rathbone. And Adam Fox is totally a guy who's exhibiting so much potential as an offensive defenseman for the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, a lot of people might be asking, why did Calgary trade him if he was gonna be like this? He's really good. Well, there was some uncertainty as to whether or not Fox was going to sign with Calgary, which is why they unloaded him in that Dougie Hamilton deal. And now he's the best Carolina defensive prospect in the league. He's arguably the best defensive prospect in the league, period. He's arguably better than Hughes, he has the same amount of points in 5 less games, and CALE MAKAR is up for his money too, because Fox has a better stat line than him as well. Now you have to take a look into consideration the fact that Fox is born in 1998, so he is a year older than Hughes and MAKAR. These guys are both 1999. But last year, playing as a sophomore, Fox was still at a point per game at Harvard University. And now, with this team that has Jack Rathbone, it has Jack Drury, all these new additions that they put onto their team, Adam Fox is looking to be the best defensive prospect this year. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Gaming, and bye.